Greetings from the second age of reason. Today we're going to talk about something that many people have talked about already, and it's oil and petroleum and the American carbon economy. And you may have noticed of recent the price of fuel has come down. I mean, it was over $4 a gallon for gasoline at one point, maybe even close to $5 a gallon. And now it's edged its way down to around $3 a gallon. And many people are not asking, why is it $3 a gallon? Is it supply and demand? Or is it something else? And I've noticed that there have been more of these commercials about saying, where does America get most of its oil? Is it from the Mideast? Is it from Africa or South America? Or where is it? And of course the answer always is, we get most of our oil from us, America. And that's true. But I think it's leading to a false state of complacency and a false sense of security. And what do I mean by that? I mean that we have long since passed the point of something called peak oil, the maximum amount of oil that can be produced and supply the world. And part of it has been alleviated by gradually improving fuel efficiency of the vehicles, which is a good thing. And the other part of it, the not so good thing, is this practice of fracking. That getting oil from fracking it out of the ground and oil shale and tar sands has produced more oil. And that is now coming across in pipelines across America, which gives us more supply, which is bringing the price down. But it's giving you a false sense that, yeah, oil is good and it's cheap and reasonable. But you don't know what that's really costing you, because it's leading to a lot of destruction of lands. It's also leading to contamination of water. Now, as somebody once said, humanity can live without oil, can survive without oil. They had for thousands of years. It cannot survive without water. And if this fracking practice is contaminating the water that humanity drinks, there's no telling what scope and level of disaster that will bring. So I thought I would just bring that forward so you know when they come out and say, well, the reason your oil and gasoline is so cheap is because we're fracking it out of the ground. And if you want to keep it cheap, we're going to have to continue to do so. And they say, well, we could, do more drilling in the Gulf of Mexico, where you have to go a mile or two underwater and drill much deeper than that to actually get the oil out. And there is a lot of oil there, but I don't think our technology is adequate to pull it out safely. So it's probably better not done anyway. In addition to the increasing carbon in the atmosphere causing climate instability, of which we're experiencing in various forms, heating and cooling wise. So I think instead of saying we're at a juncture between expensive petroleum and cheap petroleum and what do we want to do about it, they're not even bringing out the suggestion about solar, about having a huge solar array, because we have a huge amount of land in America and in Canada and in South America and Africa. And you could have solar cells. They're made from silicon, of which much of the earth is made out of silicon dioxide, quartz, sand. So we could be putting a huge massive thing of photoelectric cells to collect energy and make batteries to store the energy. And if they're rechargeable batteries, they can keep storing the energy and have a cycle that way, which has much less carbon involved and much less climate impact. That should be the choices before us, not just between this oil and this country and that country, and this way of smashing the oil out of the ground versus pumping it out of underneath the deep ocean are bad choices to choose from in the first place. So I would urge you, as the elections come in 2014, and 2016 to bring these things forward, because at some point, probably after the 2016 election, you'll probably see the prices of like oil and petroleum things start to go up quite a bit. I would imagine in about 10 years to 20 years, when the fracking thing has finished and much of the water table has been contaminated and it's too late to do anything about it, it'll be too late. So this is the time to probably step in and voice your concerns. So I just thought that's the message for today, and until later, we'll be seeing you.